So we had to make a video to clear the air a little bit.
Did you fart?
You stole my joke. I was going to say we're clearing the air a little bit because it's full of farts.
Really?
Dead serious. There's a lot of people out there that are angry. I wanted to talk a little bit about just a couple different topics.
Okay.
Kind of a little bit of reiteration.
Yeah, and also there's a lot of things that are off topic but on topic that I personally would like to bring up that you and I haven't even discussed yet.
What?
Yeah.
You have different content you want to talk about?
Yes.
I was doing a rehash sesh.
It's going to be rehashing, but it's going to be reiterating some things that I have maybe mentioned in the past. And I think it goes along with what we're about to talk about. I would like to mention to the viewers that Chris and I have talked about this situation together, but it's been sort of like throughout our day. It hasn't really been like, this is how we're going to do this video. So we're just going to talk. We're just going to have a conversation.
So clearing the air. The other day we made a video about Funko flippers.
Yes.
And honestly, I thought that video was very neutral.
I feel like when tensions are high, people jump to conclusions and they didn't really bother watching the content and listening to what they said. They focus on the negative. Everybody always focuses on the negative. Why do you think that when negative things happen, people talk about it? Because that's what people like to focus on. For example, Oscars last year. What happened? Who won an Oscar?
I don't know. But I know what happened between Will Smith and Chris Rock.
We all heard the slap. You remember where you were at when the slap happened?
I do. Where were you when the flipper video dropped? Bet you can't tell us.
Probably not.
But it's not like a Will Smith slap.
So with that being said, we did receive some comments, and I just want to put this out there. We do not condone flipping. We do not believe in it. We do not personally do it. As a matter of fact, we have created a community of collectors who would help each other out. Yeah. Hey, I'm going to Target. What are you looking for? If I find it, I'll pick it up.
The we hunt together mentality. We don't have to rewrite the script.
No, we do, because we have a lot of viewers who might be newer that don't quite understand where we sit. Because
so we're all about the fellow collector. Our catchphrase is "We hunt together." I say it at the end of every video, practically.
But we don't always talk about it, and I think that when new subscribers come in, they might not understand, because we did receive a few comments saying, well, I liked your content, but I don't condone flippers.
Okay, we don't condone flippers. We're just saying that flippers actually helps Funko continue on because that's where the hype comes from a lot of the time.
Yeah, when things sell out, people search out those items. And unfortunately, there are flippers who will go out and buy entire stocks or half the entire stock of items. And a normal collector could have walked in and gotten that, but instead they went to a flipper who then will not let it go for less than $100, say.
It's all a part of the game. That's the whole point of it, and there's no stopping it.
No.
So I'm not condoning the flipping. I'm just saying that it happens in the Funko community.
It is what it is.
And it's one of those things that if Funko weren't popular, there would not be any flippers.
Absolutely.
So there are flippers because Funko is popular, and Funko is still popular today. I know we talk a lot about how Funko is doing all these nasty things and the company's not doing well, but in reality, the company is doing well. They're making money. They're selling Funko Pops. They're selling the sodas. Are we in total agreement with what has happened recently and the news that we found out and news that we've discussed? No. People are out there basically talking about our content and us making drama content. We're a YouTube channel that posts every single day. So we have to have new topics to talk about. But I also don't want to be a channel that just opens boxes all the time. I really want to discuss real topics because I find those real topics interesting myself. So it gives me the opportunity to talk about what's going on in the Funko world with you. And also, along with our community, because they all comment and they all have things to say, and we can kind of converse and talk about what is going on. A lot of times recently, we've had people basically say, you shouldn't do this content anymore, or I'm not watching that content. And our response is, we have a lot of different types of content.
Yes.
We unbox stuff. We just did a video where we unboxed Eddie Munson's and we're giving some away. We do stuff like that every once in a while, and that's fun. We do mystery box stuff every once in a while. That's fun. But my heart is really into the Funko news source. Not a whole lot of people talk about Funko news.
No, so many channels, and this isn't hating on anybody. So many channels are out there that do mystery box unboxings and mystery box, what do they call it? Duels or whatever?
Yeah, where they, yeah.
Where people get together and open mystery boxes and see who gets the better box, which is cool. We are not like those other channels, and that's what makes the Funko YouTube community so cool, because I truly feel like there is something out there for everybody.
Yeah.
And there is a bit of clickiness when it comes to not just the Funko community, but Funko YouTube. I know that we have been on here and we have basically said we aren't into the YouTubers that are on Whatnot, etc. But just because someone is doing something doesn't mean that we can't be friends. Like, we personally don't agree with it. We're not going to do it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean we hate those people or we hate their content, because...
Well, I said they're running a flea market on social media.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure that's
disagree.
sort of like... I'm sure that sort of upsets people and stuff. But
Yeah.
then I'm not going to hide it. I'm going to be transparent about everything that we do.
Yeah.
And I want to be very honest in how I feel about things. But that's my personal opinion, and I cannot judge anybody for doing it until I do.
Devil's advocate. A lot of people who are on YouTube, such as us, put in a lot of time and a lot of effort, and YouTube doesn't pay shit. I can completely understand why people do it, and I do know that a lot of good comes out of Whatnot. A lot of people do charity work, which I praise. I mean, good for them to sell items for charity, and a lot of times bids will go higher, not because of the person's name, but because they're doing it for charity.
I heard some things about the charities, though, that sometimes there's not a whole lot of money going to the charity, but we can't get into that.
Someone literally posted a picture of you,
I know.
saying that you had a punchable face.
I probably do. I have total agreement with that.
That's fine and all, but if a $15 piece of plastic is going to do that to you and make you feel those things towards somebody, I think that you need to reevaluate.
I don't think it's
your life.
that. I don't think it's that. I think it's us talking about flippers and what goes on in the Funko community.
I understand.
I think that's what's bringing the hate out of people.
I understand. But what is the root of all that?
The root of it, yeah, of course. The root of it is a Funko Pop.
Funko Pop.
But that isn't the root. You're wrong. The root is the money. Because they want to make money off the Funko Pop, and they can make a lot of money. Well, can't really speak to that. Fact is, they might look at it as like we're messing with their money. And the last thing that I want to do is mess with anybody's money, but flippers go and just buy an entire stock and then like resell it and do all that. To me, it's garbage, but in reality, flippers are trying to make money to survive and to live. We don't know what their living situations are.
Of course.
They're doing what they have to do to survive. So it's hard for me to sit back and judge anybody in how they make their money.
I
just don't like the idea. So when I think flipper, I think of like a little creature, a little troll on the internet, right? They have the little bots out there buying all these things. I think about that kind of stuff. I think about the people who bully others, which happens awful lot. Happens on Whatnot, right? I think about that when I think about a flipper.
Yes. I'm not going to judge people who are going and flipping Funko Pops just for that. I'm going to judge the people, blatantly attack people. Like when you posted that snippet about the Arizona warehouse thing.
Sure.
We got so many people telling us that people were blocking tables. We saw video of the one guy basically like being rude to somebody.
Yeah.
We did not name any names, but it's funny because the people who were guilty of what was being said about them were talking crazy shit.
Yeah.
When in reality, they didn't even read the post. They saw you saying this is bullshit, but you were saying that Funko security is bullshit.
He ruffled feathers by making these pieces of content, and I'm not sorry for doing it because
either.
We're talking about real things that are going on, how people are acting at events.
Yeah.
We heard things about Hollywood, Funko Hollywood, and a lot of people are like, if you're not there, then how would you know? And it's like, well, if somebody I know got into a car accident, I wouldn't say the car accident didn't happen because I wasn't standing there. I mean, things occur. We get a ridiculous amount of messages and emails about all this stuff. So, of course, it's a topic we want to discuss. And yes, you can label this drama all you want, and that's fine by me. The fact of the matter is we're making the content that we want to make. I like the sort of journalism that goes into it, us receiving data from people and sort of sifting through it, finding out what the talking points should be in our videos. We're not sitting here and just opening pops every video. And I feel like that people can either do a couple of different things. They can watch every video and enjoy them and take them for what they are. They can decide what videos they want to watch or just not watch us at all. And they have those choices in front of them. We're not forcing them to do anything. No. And I really don't like the fact that people are like, well, you shouldn't make this content. You're basically telling us what we should be doing and what we shouldn't be doing. And that is like way far off, because when I started in the YouTube community and making videos and stuff, I had a lot of people telling me what I should and should not do on YouTube. Ever since I broke all of those so-called rules, we have done so much better.
Absolutely.
So I want to do it on my own way. I want to discuss the topics that I find interesting. And if it means that we uncover some weird things that are going on in the Funko community, then I'm going to do it. But I will tell you one thing. I will not sit here in front of this camera and stack Funko Pops on each other and make videos about how many Funko Pops I can stack. And if anybody wants to call our content cheap, which people are like, it's cheap drum bullshit. If they want to call it that, then you go watch the videos where people are stacking Funko Pops, because there is virtually nothing. There is no work in that video other than them looking at these Funko Pops and finding which ones can stack the best. The people that like that kind of content, they can go and watch that. If you want to come here and you want to watch us talk about real things that are going on in the community, maybe things that you don't know about, or maybe things you know about but you want to know a little bit more and we just happen to know that information, then watch us. If you want to watch us do some fun unboxings every once in a while, come and watch us. If you want to hear us talk about Mischief Toys and Ghastly, which we talk about a lot, come and watch us. We're not just one of those channels that sits in front of the cameras and loves Funko all day. That's not who we are. That's not what we're going to do, because we do not love everything Funko does, and not every collector loves everything that Funko does. Absolutely. Other than Top Pops, because Top Pops loves everything that Funko does.
He does, and that's no shade on Top Pops. No. I absolutely love Top Pops, and I love the positivity that he brings.
Absolutely. Dr.
Applesauce actually put a video out about corruption at Funko Hollywood. Here's the thing. With the Arizona stuff and the Funko Hollywood stuff, no names were brought up by either one of us.
No.
And what happened? Those names were all over those posts trying to defend it. However, when I'm seeing 50, 100 comments from people saying, oh yeah, I go to Hollywood all the time, and there are people that are absolutely getting preferential treatment. There are people that know ahead of time what's dropping. There are people who go there. One or two people will set out 15 or 20 lawn chairs, and someone on Dr. Applesauce's video called them the lawn chair brigade.
Somebody sent us a picture of all the lawn chairs.
Yeah, which is crazy. In my opinion, that's garbage, and I think that Hollywood needs to do a better job of whatever that is.
So I don't know anything about that, and it's hard for us to speak on that, because I don't know what they're allowing there at the Funko store.
I don't either.
I don't know what the plan is. I don't know how the chair thing factors in.
There are a lot of people that are saying the same thing about the same people getting preferential treatment, and let me tell you something. I saw a very high up at Funko Hollywood person on a Whatnot stream of one of those people who claims that they don't get preferential treatment, saying some things that leads me to believe that they're giving that person preferential treatment.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that there's something going on there. So one way I look at it is these people are taking that much time out of their life and their day to go down and do these things at Funko Hollywood. Realistically, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, let them do whatever the hell they want. Because and I understand where we're coming from in terms of like they get preferential treatment. I don't like that. But if these folks are going to put in that amount of time and effort in order to get these Funko Pops from Funko Hollywood, whatever.
Listen,
I sure as hell wouldn't do it.
If they want to do that, that's fine. But the fact that Funko is catering to these people is a problem. And let me tell you why.
If they are, allegedly.
If they are, which we've heard from many people who are actually over there.
Yes, it sounds like it to me.
If they are doing that, that's trash. That is absolute trash. Funko is alienating collectors. What they're doing is, if they cater to the flippers and the collectors can't get for retail, collectors are going to stop visiting their store. Collectors are going to stop collecting because they don't have a shot at getting these items because they're not willing to line up their chairs at 10 p.m. the night before.
Well, so a Funko content creator reached out to us. He's basically saying he wouldn't stand out there because he never would stand a chance. He said that's how constricted this whole thing really is.
Yes.
These people are coming back every single day and they're doing their thing. And realistically, what's happened here, the reason why we're getting such kickback and the reason why I wanted to clear the air, but we haven't cleared any air here yet, these guys are taking time out of their day and they've turned this into an occupation, I think. That's what it comes across to me as. And the reason why we're all talking about this now is because it has come up with a lot of other people. I don't live out there, so I don't see any of this stuff firsthand, which is true. But we have gotten so many comments and so much feedback about this that it was like, maybe this is something we should talk about because this is something happening in the Funko community.
It's Funko news, which we report on.
I'm interested to know what people are thinking, and the people who are like close to this store. Like, is this something they're noticing as well? And I would say, 90% of people, 95% of people maybe, are reaching out and solidifying the thought that this is what is happening out there.
Yes.
And so the fact that we've uncovered this, and there might be some sort of business thing, like an ecosystem that we're disrupting, that's where all the hate's coming from. Yes. It has nothing to do with us sitting here and spreading drama, which a lot of people are saying right now. We're spreading all this drama. We're actually just talking about a topic that nobody wants talked about.
Nobody will talk about it because those people, and I can attest to this, the people that are causing all of this, the people that are involved in all of this are bullies. How do I know that? Because when you posted that picture about the Arizona stuff saying that you don't agree with what happened and Funko allowing it to happen, those people came to us. They posted stories about us degrading us. There were people jumping on our posts saying that our channel is and our content is. There's a person on Twitter right now saying, oh, well, Gastlecast, don't listen to Dr. Applesauce or Gastlecast because all they want are views. It's not even that.
We are here for the views. I mean,
true.
What the is that about? Because
it's weird.
We're content creators. Like, we're looking to grow and build, and we're making content to grow and build. And we're showing people who we are and what the content we want to do. They can judge us all they want. I don't care. We'll keep doing it.
I understand that.
I'll do a lot more of it, is what I'll do.
They're saying it in a negative way as if we're creating this made-up stuff.
It makes me laugh because we talked about this stuff so lightly and so neutrally.
Very neutral.
That people immediately assumed it was about them, and then that's what caused the uproar.
They didn't even listen or read what was said.
Right. So you have, and somebody mentioned, well, if you know who the people are that stand at Funko Hollywood, then you know exactly who they're talking about. And it's like, okay, that's fine. I have no idea who stands at Funko Hollywood.
No.
All I know are the stories that I heard. But again, this is not about me being upset with these people and mad at them. Realistically, them posting and doing all these things, posting on stories, posting on Instagram, trying to tag us, trying to call us out, only thing that it's doing is giving us more views, it's giving us more subscribers, and it's only furthering the building of Gastlecast. I don't want to hear from you because I don't care. And I want to make that very clear. Now, if you are somebody who likes our content and you want to reach out to us and talk to us about our content and stuff, so of course I open the door to that. But if you're going to message me and bash me over the type of content that I'm making and what I'm choosing to do with my life, and by the way, I say my life because we make a video every single day. This is now part of my life. So if you're going to message me and then tell me that you have a problem with what I'm doing, I'm going to block you and restrict you because I don't want to hear from it. I don't need that in my life. But if you want to post in your stories and you want to tag me and tag Gastlecast and put a big fat picture of my face on there, go ahead. Because all that's doing is directing people to me. And at the end of the day, you're doing work for me. I don't have to pay anybody for that. You're giving me free coverage. And none of us content creators can ask more than that. In fact, if you don't even put our name in it, Funko Finders put something out today. I'll give you an example. Funko Finders put something out today, and they mentioned drama. They did not connect us to it. Other people did. And guess what? We gained 10 subs. Just like that.
Within like 30 minutes.
What, less than 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I mean, I'm not saying that 10 subs is a lot of subs. I'm saying that we immediately gained 10 subs just based off of that. Mm-hmm. So if you post something and you want to, because I noticed a couple people posting stuff on Instagram, and actually people that I thought were cool with me, and I've realized kind of like they're not. And I'm good with it, because it's always good to find out who I'm not cool with. These are people who have reached out and asked for free gas leads because they want to put it on their channel and they want to make content. Send me a gas lead and I'll walk around a convention with it, man. Send me some hats and shirts. But here's the deal. You posted about us on Instagram, and when you did that, people in the comment section, they're all talking about who we are, and they're going to find us again. And now it's the same thing over and over. So the more that you post, more often that you post, the more they get back to me. Because on the one person on Instagram who posted something being sort of like dickish about the people talking about this drama, there was another YouTuber on there that commented and did like a little thing. He did like a little nicety, like basically a positive comment to that person posting on Instagram. But you start to realize who is in your corner and who isn't in your corner. And the one thing that I want to make very abundantly clear, the only person on YouTube in terms of content creators that has ever been in my corner is you. We have never been reliant on anybody. We have worked with people, and we found out the hard way that it was a bad decision. And I have no longer made those bad decisions, and we're growing an audience, we're growing a fan base for both Gastlecast and Mischief Toys, all off of our own back, not some other YouTuber with more subs.
We haven't said one person's name.
No.
We haven't put them in our stories.
Nope.
We haven't challenged them to a weird Instagram duel.
And I just want to say very clearly and bluntly, because this video has turned out, I wanted to clear the air at the beginning, and we talked about farts, and now I ended it in a very blunt way. But what I do want to say is that we really appreciate all of our supporters and all the people who like the Gastlecast, because as far as I'm concerned, like, I want growth just like any other channel. We want to make money in doing this because this is part of our livelihood now. This is a part of our income.
It allows us to purchase this light right here, that light over there, this light right here, this big ass monitor. All of that was purchased because of what we do and because of the support we receive, because of the views that we get.
Exactly.
So realistically, this isn't what we do for day jobs, but the fact of the matter is, of course we want to see something come into it, because who wants to work for free 7 days a week?
And as Forrest Gump said, and that's all I got to say about that. In every video, we like to shout out to some of our patrons from Patreon. In this video, we'd like to shout out to Sean Green, Star of Rosas, Marchitect, Tony Madrid, John Akuda, Dave Adler, Fried Peanut Butter and Jelly, Desert Dog, Shadow Force, and Loot to Boot. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We appreciate all of our patrons. You guys rock. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you for staying until the very end. We really appreciate your viewership. You are awesome. Remember, as always, we are together, yes. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.